Hey guys, Anthony Avila here. I'm the winemaker for the Bien Nacido and Solomon Hills Estate. And I'm just out here at the winery at Bien Nacido today, and I thought I would put together a little video to kind of tell you guys a little bit about myself. So I started here at the winery in 2013 as the assistant winemaker. And over the past 7 years, I've just really gotten to know and love, these two great vineyards, Solomon Hills and Bien Nacido, all the hardworking people that make it possible. And that's why I was just so honored last year during the summer when the Miller family, who own Solomon Hills, Bien Nacido, and the winery, asked me if I would take over the winemaking position. So the 2019 vintage is going to be my first vintage as the winemaker, and I think it's pretty safe to say that it's a totally awesome vintage. Everything that's in barrel right now tastes so good. I'm really happy with all of the wines that we've bottled already, and I'm just really looking forward to many great vintages to come. Just a little bit more about myself. I grew up in the Sierra foothills of California in a little town called Auburn that's just east of Sacramento. In 2004, I moved to San Luis Obispo, California, which is just about 30 minutes north of the Santa Maria Valley. I went to Cal Poly, which is the state school there, and studied business finance. And that's kind of when things really started to shift for me. I got a job polishing dishes and wine glasses in the back at a really small kind of white linen family-owned restaurant. And the couple that owned the place were really great about always, having us taste everything, being really open about, when a nice bottle of wine was opened, we'd all sit down and taste it together, talk about it. It was sort of when my education in food and wine began, and I really got the bug then. So fast forward about 10 years, and I'm working as a stockbroker, made it about a year. It just wasn't really my thing. I just didn't get a lot of joy out of it. And I was lucky enough to have a good friend of mine who set me up with a harvest internship at a small family-owned winery down in the Santa Rita Hills. So I worked harvest there, 2011, making mostly Pinot Noir and Chardonnay, and I was just totally hooked. I loved it, I couldn't get enough of it. And since then, I've been lucky enough to work harvests in Argentina, New Zealand, several vintages here in California. And then I got even luckier and got a full-time job here at Bien Nacido. So making wine is obviously my passion. It's what gets me up out of bed every morning to come down here and work with these great wines and these great vineyards. But outside of work, I also love to go surfing. I love camping. I love surfing and camping together. That's usually when it's just the best. I also really love to cook. Anything and everything. Right now I am on year 3 of a pretty deep dive into sourdough bread baking. It's a journey and I recommend it, especially with all the free time that we have these days. My fiance and I also really like to travel. That's probably top 3 passions for us. We've been to Indonesia together, Mexico. She's from Scotland, so we've been there a couple times. I mean, you name it. A myriad of other places that are totally amazing. And we're really looking forward to getting back to that. And then, of course, who could forget drinking wine? I mean, that's why we're all here, isn't it? We love to drink wine. Obviously it's my passion. We right now are drinking a lot of Santa Barbara County wine. It's really important to us to support our friends that are here locally in the wine business. Outside of that, we like to drink a lot of European wine. Burgundy when we can afford it, a lot of Beaujolais at our house, German Riesling, anything from Italy. Really, we just try to pick a wine that's going to go with whatever food we're having. So that's just a little bit about what makes me tick, and I'm really looking forward to sharing these 2019 wines with everyone and keeping everybody updated about what's happening with the 2020 growing season. Seems like it's going to be a good one. So I hope everyone's doing well and staying safe, and thanks for tuning in.